I'm Mark Edward Lang, and I'm endlessly annoyed by commercials.
Welcome to Grumble Goat. My name is Matt Labodka, and this is a show about all the small things that drive me insane. Let's grumble.
Just think about it. How much time do we spend watching television, watching streaming, watching phones, watching all of these media things? We've got all these choices now. We've got real television, we've got fake television, we've got streaming television, we've got all kinds of things on the web, and they're endless. But you know what else is endless? Commercials are endless, and it's twice as loud. And why? Why is it twice as loud? Just to really annoy us, apparently, because, well, thank God for the mute button, so we can at least do that. And they repeat. There are those little cable channels that just play the same commercials over and over, and their target audience is the 80-plus crowd, so it's all about Depends and chairs to get you up the stairs and please already. Now, I understand it's a necessary evil. The bills need to be paid, but in the old days, in the 50s or whatever, they would have a sponsor. There would be one sponsor for a show. So you'd have your show, you'd have your sitcom, and there would be one sponsor. It would be the Philco radio hour. But now, when cable television came around, well, the talk about double dipping. I mean, we're already paying for the shows through the commercials, and then you're paying every month for a subscription. So, okay, so they're making money sideways, backwards, forwards, and we're just getting more commercials and more annoyed. And I have done a tiny, minuscule piece of research and the estimates by the experts. And of course, these are experts, so they know everything that you need to know about being expert is we spend 2.5 years of our lives watching commercials. I understand that there are good commercials. There certainly are funny commercials, but there are also just endlessly annoying commercials. There are annoying jingles. The more pathetic things are things like the people who own companies and feel that they can be their own spokesperson. Usually that's a bad idea. There was this ice cream shop called Carvel, and the guy, Tom Carvel, was the worst every week. 'Cause this week we have Fudgy the Whale and Cookie Puss, and it's St. Patrick's Day, so we have Cookie Opus, which was all the exact same cake. They would just put slightly different decoration on it. Who comes up with these ideas? Really? I mean, I am Mark Edward Lang, and I am endlessly annoyed by commercials. And that's the Grumble. And scene.
Grumble, 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 grumble.
What?
Grumble, 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 grumble. What's got your goat?
For the latter half of the show, we'll bring in my better half, Veronique, for an unpretentious look and a segment we call
What's got your goat? Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, this is an early session for us at Grumble Goat Studios on the road.
Oh, she's early today.
Yeah. Oh, one of us is still drinking coffee.
Oh, yes, we are waking.
Well, I think this is our last recording session for Grumble Goat on the road.
No.
Yeah, I think we're back to the Grumble Goat Studios next week.
We got to go back to New York.
Right, we have to go back to New York.
Tossing you out of South Jersey, folks.
Oh, geez,
wait, who is
that is our guest today, Mark Edward Lang.
Good morning.
Welcome to the studio.
Well, thank you so much, MAT.
Thanks for joining us here. How are you with this lovely morning noon?
Well, I am doing good here in South Jersey on a lovely day. We're going to hear the birds tweeting here and there, right?
That's
The birds are tweeting, the cicadas are rubbing, the golf carts are driving.
Yeah, it's just all
blowing.
the sounds of the Cape.
Yes.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Except the ocean sound. You can add that in post, right?
Yeah.
You're right. We'll have that in post.
Add some ocean sound, please.
Yes.
Seagulls.
Oh, I can do a pretty good seagull sound.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's very annoying.
Okay, well, let's skip that, please. Thank you.
No. No.
Oh.
The delightful sounds of the Cape in the morning.
Yeah, I'll do my sandpiper.
Now, our avid listeners are going to remember that we've been doing a show here in Cape May.
That's right.
Really?
Yeah. And now we're ending with Mark Edward Lang.
Yeah, we've been working on this Who Am I This Time show. Which
Absolutely. You've been working a lot on this show. You have the most lines in this show.
You were talking about memorizing, and my head would just explode.
Yeah.
You know, this has been a heck of a lot of dialogue.
Yeah, you had the most work to do out of anybody, and you mastered it.
Well, thank you. But I just felt like we only have 2.5 weeks here to put these shows together, folks, and it is not easy to do.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's tremendous fun.
It is.
I have to say that.
But yeah, speaking of 2.5 weeks of rehearsal process, you are going right into another show.
Well, yeah. 2 years ago, Gail had found this play called Possessing Harriet about a runaway slave and asked me if I wanted to direct it. And I read the play and sort of went, oh, yeah. Thank you. But then this thing, some pandemic thing happened and stuff got pushed
pandemic?
back. Yeah,
what
I
is
forget what
that?
it's called.
What pandemic is that?
It's named after a beer.
Yes, this evaporation of time.
The Pabst pandemic.
Pabst Blue Ribbon pandemic. Yeah. So it got pushed back. So we start rehearsals next week.
Okay, great. So you have a little bit of time off.
No.
Oh,
I
nope,
have a
not
day.
at
I have
all.
a day.
Of
We
course.
close our show on Saturday. I go back to New York, drop my wife off, and then I come right back. But I've only had 2.5 years to prepare the script. So
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
think I'm ready, and I'm hoping the cast is ready. But
The
play-
cast has probably been going over their lines for 2 years now.
well,
Yeah.
Yes.
Eastland has offered all of us sitting at this table an artistic home and,
definitely.
got help get our spark when maybe we didn't have it.
And a spouse, because I met Allison here in the year 2001. We
That's
did a play
right.
together, and 2 years later, we was married. So, so that all began right here in Cape May. Thank you very much, Eastland Theater.
It is a magical town.
Yes, it's a magical town. Yeah, I hear somebody's writing a movie about how magical it can be.
Someone is writing a movie about how magical it can be.
Veronique is working on a new script about a romantic comedy in Cape May.
Yep.
Awesome. It'll take place all at the Lobster House, right?
No, I don't think so. I don't think we're going to do the Lobster House.
It's the
but
biggest
I do
sign in town, so you have to give them that.
It's the biggest sign in town.
That's right.
So
That's
you,
right.
you have to
Huge
on the
sign.
way in.
On the way in. You
get
don't
some
think
B
you-
foot. Yeah, get some
Yeah,
B footage in the
B-roll.
Lobster
It's like
B-roll
you
of
think
the
you're going
Lobster
into
House.
Lobster House City because that sign is so
Oh my
huge.
gosh! I should just get everyone in town to invest in the movie, and then we can advertise for everybody.
Product placement.
Product
which is kind of
placement.
my grumble.
Yeah.
Well, can I say one thing about Cape May, though?
Yes.
Well, yeah, of course you can
Because
say one
there's
thing.
this thing down here, this branding of Cape May as Exit Zero. You might have heard that.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, there's
All-
a paper. There's
yeah.
a
Paper,
restaurant.
All the
there's
bumper
a-
stickers
it's
say
like
Exit Zero.
Exit Zero.
Yeah.
But if you've actually driven into Cape May, if you take Exit Zero, you're not going into Cape May.
No, you're
You are
not.
going to North Cape May. You're going towards West Cape May. Cape May is a straight line. It is not Exit Zero.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
it's
a
like
little-
exit
It's like exit-
-1.
It's Exit -1. We have to change all the bumper stickers. Let's get some Sharpies.
-1.
If you want Cape May, don't Exit Zero.
don't,
No.
Don't
do
exit
not
zero.
take that Exit Zero.
Do
otherwise
not.
You're going to go off course.
You're gonna go to Delaware.
You'll be lost.
on the
You'll
ferry,
be on the ferry. Next thing you know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Harpoon Henry's. First
That's
come,
the
first
best
served.
place in North Cape May. I love that place.
We waited an hour for our table, but it was
Just
great.
go
long
there
as
and
the
sit at
food's
the
hot.
bar and drink the bog.
Ooh, yeah, you like the bog, the Cape May bog.
Yeah, the bog. Yeah.
That sounds like you have to say it with an Irish accent. Have some of the bog, lad.
Have some bog.
Have some bog.
Isn't the bog sweet?
No, I don't know what you're trying to do right now. Are you trying to shame me?
I
Is
just
that what
feel
you're
like an Irish accent saying the bog, you just think like, I don't know, Guinness or something.
Oh,
but like
no,
a sweet shanty. The sweet shanty.
Shandy,
Maybe.
if I may.
doing? Yeah. Speaking of advertising,
Yeah, they do a very good job of advertising.
Cape May Brewery.
There's a bunch of breweries down here. There's 7 Mile. There's that Bear Brewery that we pass.
Bear.
We go to-
Yeah.
And Naughty Spirits, where they do distillery.
Right. I've seen
Yeah,
Naughty Spirits. I haven't tried any of them.
naughty. They're a little naughty.
Wow, this is a wonderful plethora of advertisement that we're going through.
Yeah.
What don't you like about advertising now?
Hey, they're just annoying. I'm just,
Okay.
they're omnipresent. I mean, if you're watching old style television, it's just, but the pharmaceutical industry,
Oh, my gosh.
they're going to sell a drug, but it's, you don't have no idea what the drug is or what the drug does because it's all like
Yeah.
families
It's just running through a field
having a
and, like, a
picnic
slow
and the
pouring
dog
bath.
is in slow motion and it's like the
Yeah.
kids are kissing the grandma and it's like, wait, what are they selling? And it's like, I need that drug. And the doctor says, well, you don't have diabetes, but I need that drug.
Those commercials are all very confusing because the A plot
is like the old couple that's rocking in a chair on the porch, but the B plot is like might cause diarrhea, might cause bleeding, might cause anal warts.
Well, first of all, why are pharmaceutical companies advertising to people, right?
It's wild.
Because they have all
that's-
that money, so they have to do
But
something
they shouldn't
with
be
it.
doing that. It should be going to the doctors.
Which they do. They spend a lot of money on sending doctors on vacation.
Yeah.
yeah.
But see, that's bad.
That's
bad.
bad.
That is
coercion.
bad.
That's like,
Yeah.
Why are
Advertising is
pharmaceutical
bad.
Pay
companies
to
setting
play,
doctors
yeah.
on vacation? We should be paying our doctors enough.
To go on vacation on our dime.
That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
Yeah. I mean, you have to pay for the programming. I know that.
Well, that's why
Commercials?
the advertising. That's all it is. Is the money.
But they're double dipping. They're triple dipping. I mean, it's like
triple dipping.
like
The
back
triple
in
dip.
You're paying for the cable
Forget
every
about
month,
it.
or the satellite, or the stream, or and you're also watching endless commercials. So
I was all about the cutting the cord thing when Netflix came out and people started cutting the cable cord and they were just using the Netflix and the
We did
YouTube.
that.
Was great. And then the Hulu came around and you're like, well, you can watch Hulu for free if you watch ads, or you can pay for Hulu.
Yeah.
And now Hulu that you can't watch for free at all anymore. You have to pay and watch the ads.
Well,
And
they're
it's
creating
it's going
content.
full circle now.
Yeah, so they need the money.
they're double.
They're creating
dipping.
content, but so's Netflix. They're not showing us ads.
That's you know what?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
You remember trying to take a bathroom break in live television, like it'd go to commercial, and you'd be like, "Oh, run!" and he'd run to the bathroom, and then
I
like,
don't remember what
your
that's
brother
like.
screams from the other room, "It's coming back on!" And then you have to
It's
like just
on.
zip up real fast, heedless of personal safety, and charge back into the room.
Yeah. What about billboards?
Yeah. Well, what about
Billboards
speaking
are
of glowing signs? What
advertising.
about the electronic billboards on the parkway or whatever? It's like,
Now, see,
aren't those
I've
just
seen-
a little distracting
Well,
if you're
they're-
trying to drive?
I would think
mean,
that's
what's
a
up with that?
distract.
They're
That's
yeah, of
bright
course.
at night in
driver.
particular. It's like,
yeah, my favorite is when they advertise like the local amusement park on the highway, as if you're driving with your whole family to somewhere else, and you see that giant billboard, and you say, "Hey, fam, let's go there.
Yeah,
Turn
as
this
if-
car around."
As if it wasn't like as if you don't plan what your vacation is ahead of time.
Right,
Like you just
right.
hit the road, hit I-10, and just
What?
see what
a
billboard you come across.
pirate golf course with an arcade. That's so cool. And a roller coaster. Let's go.
I love that. No, have you ever driven through Nevada?
No.
You drive through Nevada, and Nevada's nothing but desert, and it's just like every 10 miles you pass one billboard. Lucky Sue's OK Corral Casino coming up in exit 72.
72.
And then it's like 12 miles to exit 72.
I feel like that's like a couple in the car is like, we need to eventually go to exit 72.
Because the thing is, if you're driving, you're probably listening to the radio, and the radio's chock full of commercials as well.
Oh, it's all commercials.
How many commercials can we sit
yeah,
through?
double
Oh.
dipping, triple dipping.
Not to mention, if you look down at your steering wheel, it says Ford right there on the steering wheel. You know, if you look at another car, it's going to say the make and model of the car. Like everything is advertising constantly.
You can't buy a shirt without advertising. You got exit 0 right on your hat.
That's right. My
yeah.
cap
Your
says
cap
KK exit
itself
0.
is a misnomer.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I
Unless-
don't want people to come here.
Yeah,
I don't want them to
you
find
want
this
them to go
hidden
to
gem.
North Cape May.
Take exit 0, everybody.
That's right.
Get out of
Right.
here. Get out of
Harpoons.
town.
Yeah, hang out at Harpoons on the Bay.
Yeah. So, speaking of Jersey local, you
Yeah.
go to the Wildwood. That's where you're from.
Yeah.
You drive down Rio Grande into the Wildwood, and what do you see? They wrecked giant letters like
Oh, yeah.
Hollywood, California, but it says Wildwood right
Oh,
across the beach. You can't even see the ocean.
Yeah, I
And
feel
the
like
beach balls. They have those huge beach
Oh,
balls.
yeah, they-
right?
Oh, those are cute though.
They're very
fun.
cute.
I'm
they
down
spend
with
a lot
that.
of money with that. I think that's nice.
They spend a lot of money. You
Statues
can
that
get
look like huge beach balls.
you can get the same thing at the dollar store. Why are they spending a lot of money on
Those
those?
pop. Those pop. The other effective billboards are going into Atlantic City because they advertise the shows that are going on in the casinos.
That's right.
I think
Yeah.
that is an okay
Yeah,
billboard.
you want to know when Lionel Richie's playing.
Yeah, because then
course.
I'm like, you're playing Atlantic City. Okay.
Okay.
Have I gone? No.
No, you know what advertising I like in Atlantic City?
What?
Is if you walk, on one side of the casinos, it's the dirty, dark, decrepit town. But on the other side of the casinos is the boardwalk.
Yes.
And if you walk along the boardwalk, every 15 feet, there's a television screen blocking your view of the ocean.
Oh, yeah, that's
showing you
crazy.
ads for the casinos behind
That's
you.
crazy.
They're like, don't look at the ocean.
Don't look at
Turn
the
around. And
beautiful
if you try to look at the
scenery.
oceen, it's just a TV
You're right. That's terrible. I hate
It's
that.
like,
I do hate
hey,
that.
Lionel Richie's playing at the casino right behind you. Turn around. Turn around.
Turn around.
Look at a place to spend money. Don't look at the free ocean.
Annoying, yes?
They're just everywhere.
I think in the future they're going to be putting little chips in our brains, and it's all going to like direct feed product placement commercials
it's gonna be
24
all of our
hours a
vision
day.
is gonna be like the
It'll just
view
be-
from the Terminator in Terminator 2 when like it's a constant readout of things. Everywhere you turn, it's like, oh, over here you get this sweater at TJ Maxx. You can get this sweater. You can get those shoes at just like constant readout of like how you can spend money.
I hate this.
So
I hate
especially
this.
at night, like when you're trying to sleep, it'll just be like feeding nightmare dreams. You know, you don't buy this
dreams.
product, you will
Yes.
die. You know,
Exactly.
your
Exhausting.
subconscious will be totally overloaded, and you'll be like, oh, I have to buy one of those things.
Yeah, it's like it influences you to have a dream where you're like your teeth are falling out. Then it's like advertising Colgate. You know?
Oh my
It's
gosh!
like,
Oh my gosh!
Use Listerine to prevent this from happening in real life. And you're like you're chewing your teeth, and your teeth are just crumbling out of your face.
Oh, it was only a dream. I do have teeth. Thank
Or
you.
like you show up in grade school and you're not wearing pants, and it's like there's an ad for Dockers in the corner of your vision during your dream.
I better buy extra pants so I have them when I go to school tomorrow.
This is terrifying.
Yeah, it's out of control.
It's manipulation.
How do we rein in the commercials?
It pays
Advertisements
for
are what
everything.
made
So
the
how do
radio
we
make sense, you know?
supplement the payment.
Well, I mean, Britain has the TV tax.
Oh, there's a TV tax?
Yeah, you have to pay. The guy comes to your house and like knocks on the door. It's like, if you have a TV, you have to pay the tax.
How many TVs you got, mate? You pay up or else we'll take your TV away from you.
But do you have advertisements on the TV?
And don't drink that shandy.
I don't know.
Well, they heavily fund their theater. I mean,
We should be funding our theater.
We should
Where are
be.
all the advertisements?
Anyway, yeah, if we all put NASCAR shirts on and that, like, let's get some advertising in
There's
the
some
theater.
product placement right there.
Yeah.
Billboards on all the Broadway, inside the Broadway.
What they need on Broadway is some cross promotion, you know?
Okay.
Like when I'm sitting there watching Wicked,
Okay.
I want the girls from Chicago to come out during intermission and just do a scene during
They're
intermission.
doing their show. They can't do that.
Well, yeah,
All
but the people from
understudies.
Wicked race over to Chicago and they do No One Mourns the Wicked right there for the
gosh.
audience during their intermission.
Oh my
You know?
gosh.
Or video
Let's do some
screens.
cross promo. Let's see a couple
Just
scenes,
get
you know?
the understudies to do all the advertisements for the show.
Oh, yes, and the
yeah.
understudies.
Or just cast it to your chip in your brain.
This has been an episode of Grumble Goat.
Thanks for listening.
I'm Matt Labatka.
I'm Veronique Hurley. Please subscribe.
I hate when people say please subscribe.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
You guys need a sponsor. That's what I think. You guys need
Yeah,
a
we need-
sponsor.
No, you wait, hold on. Now you're
sponsor.
pushing advertising
You-
on us?
You need to cross market Grumble Goat cheese.
Grumble Goat cheese.
Grumble Goat cheese.
Crumbled goat cheese.
Goat cheese. Crumbled and grumbled.
Grumble Goat is proudly ad-free. So listen next week to Grumble Goat Podcast.
And don't forget to Grumble Goat responsibly and share with a friend.